Hello friends, welcome back. Let's try to find out the derivatives of trigonometric functions. We'll start with sin x. So what is the formula to find out the derivative using the first principle? Let's write it down here. F dash x equal to limit of f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h as h tends to 0. So that's the formula to find out the derivative. We want to find out the derivative of sin of x. So let's see what is f of x and what is f of x plus h. F of x is sin of x and f of x plus h is equal to sin of x plus h. So we'll apply in the formula. We'll say f dash x equal to limit of f of x plus h, that is sin of x plus h, minus f of x, that is sin of x, divided by h as h tends to 0. Now you can see sin c minus sin d is the form in which we can see this. So I can write it as, the formula for that is sin of c minus sin of d is equal to 2 cos c plus d by 2, that multiplied with sin of c minus d by 2. Sin of c minus sin of d is equal to 2 cos c plus d by 2 sin of c minus d by 2. This is the formula we learned in trigonometry in transformations. So we can apply that formula. Then the next step will be limit of h tends to 0. If I apply the formula, I will have 2, then cos c plus d by 2, c is x plus h, plus d is x by 2, and next I have sin of c minus d by 2, c is x plus h, d is x divided by h. So this is my next step. Let's try to simplify this now. I will have limit of h tends to 0 2 into x plus x is 2x. So I can write it as cos of 2x plus h by 2 into sin of x cancels here. So I have sin of h by 2 divided by h. Now you can see here, I know that sin of x divided by x, I know that as x tends to 0, sin of x by x limit is equal to 1. We have proven this as part of limits. So we can leverage that formula now. To leverage that formula, what we need to know, we have sin of h by 2, but I have only h here. So if I have sin of h by 2, then I can write as h tends to 0, h by 2 also will tend to 0. So sin of h by 2, and this 2 I can bring down, then I will have sin of h by 2 by h by 2. So what I will do, I will separate these two now. I will make them as individual limits. I will say limit of h tends to 0 cos of x plus h by 2 multiply with limit of, now I will say h by 2 tends to 0, sine of h by 2 divided by h by 2. This 2 came here, became h by 2. Now we know this everything is equal to 1. So we know this part is equal to 1. So we are left with h, if I substitute 0, I will have cos of x plus 0. So the derivative is cos of x. Let's look at that again. We have to find out the derivative of sin x. So we are using first principle. Derivative of f of x equal to f of x plus h minus of f of x by h as h tends to the 0. That's what first principle says. Now f of x is sin x, f of x plus h is sin of x plus h. If you substitute in the formula, you will get sin of x plus h minus sin x, which is in the form of sin c minus sin d. So I can write it as 2 cos c plus d by 2 sin c minus d by 2. Once you simplify that, you will see the second term, you have sin of h by 2 by h. If I have one more by 2, if I have h by 2, then I can write it as 1, because I know limit of sin x by x as x tends to 0 is 1. Now if I substitute h equal to 0, I get cos x, and this whole term will become 1. So I am left with cos of x. Now based on this, can we find out the derivative of cos x? Let's have a look at that. We have to find out the derivative of cos x, but we know derivative of sin x is cos x. So we can do this by first principle by saying cos of x plus h minus of cos x by h. That we will see in the next session. But what we want to do now, to do it easily, for that we want to use derivative of sin x. So can I write this as d by dx of sin of pi by 2 minus x, because I know that sin of 90 minus x is cos x. Now, but we know derivative of sin x is cos x. So this becomes, if you observe, chain rule we have to apply now. This is a composite function. Sin of pi by 2 minus x is a composite function, because pi minus 2 by x itself is a function, and you are applying another function on top of it. So what is the formula we have to do? According to the chain rule, first we have to take sin of this variable and get a derivative for that. Sin of variable derivative is cos. So can I say that is cos of pi by 2 minus x? After that, I have to multiply that with the derivative of the variable, or nothing but the inner function. What is the inner function? Pi by 2 minus x. Pi by 2 minus x derivative is pi by 2 is 0, minus x is minus 1. So that is equal to minus of cos 90 minus x, or pi by 2 minus x is equal to sin x. So I know that's equal to minus of sin x. So this is how we can find out the derivative of cos x. In the next session, we will see how to do that by using the first principle. Let me just summarize this. You want to find out the derivative of cos x. We know cos x is sin of pi by 2 minus x. Just now we have proven that the derivative of sin x is cos x. If I am having sin of pi by 2 minus x, I can take pi by 2 minus x as z. Then I can find out dz by dx is minus 1, and dy by dz is cos of z, or nothing but cos of pi by 2 minus x. So by using chain rule, you can see the derivative is nothing but minus of sin x. So in the next session, we will see from first principle how to find out the derivative of cos x. That means we will do it in this way: cos of x plus h minus of cos x divided by h as h tends to 0, using transformations from trigonometry. and substituting the value of h equal to 0 as the limit h tends to 0, we can find out the value as minus of sin x. That we will see in the next session. Before that, let's have a look at one simple example to understand about sin x and how we can derive that. Let's look at two simple examples where we are using sin x. You want to find out the derivative of e power sin x. So this is again chain rule we have to apply because it's a composite function. Sin x itself is a function and e power of sin x is another function. So first I know that I have to start from outer, that means I have to start with e. E power some variable, e power x, d by dx of e power x is always equal to e power x. So I can straightforward go ahead and say that's equal to e power sin x multiply with, now I have to do the derivative of sin x. Sin x derivative I know is cos x. So the answer for that will be e power sin x into cos x. Let's have a look at this example. X square multiplied by sin x. Now we are in the formula uv. Derivative of uv is nothing but u into v dash plus v into u dash. So I can take u as x square, v equal to sin x. I can apply the formula u is x square into v dash. Sin x derivative is we know cos x plus v is sin x into u dash derivative of x square, d by dx of x square derivative is 2 into x to the power of 2 minus 1. We are using nx to the power of n minus 1 formula. So you will have 2x, which is equal to, can I say, x into x cos x plus 2 sin x. X into x cos x plus 2 sin x. So you can see some simple application of derivative of sin x. So in the next session we will look into how to find out the derivative of cos x from first principle. I'll catch you again. Thanks for your time. Bye for now.